Making it just like a girl. A pretty.
Welcome. Daily Dose, day 6. I missed everybody yesterday, but I figured I'd give them a day off. Plus, appreciate, just some time by yourself, I guess you could say, and not have to worry about tuning in.
Hi.
There's Miss Jers McGurs. We just got done with our science lesson. Working on the human body. Gotta love it. Right up my alley. And you start getting into fungi and bacteria and hello, King Boston. Not in my wheelhouse. So got some good stuff today, like I always say. For me, I could tell I don't know if I'd say it was getting old, but I was worried that I was getting old. I was worried that people, weren't wanting to listen anymore and all that stuff. Hey, adults, teachers, coaches, whatever, we all have insecurities too. So I had to take a step back, take a day off, kind of regather myself here a little bit and realize that it's not about how many people view it or how many people like it or how many people comment on it. If it works for one person, great. If it works for me, then that's good too. So again, appreciate everybody that does, and obviously no hard feelings if you don't. But I'm gonna keep coming live Monday through Saturday. Well, Sundays might be a special edition, I guess you could say. But for now, we'll go Monday through Saturday. Still gonna go at 10 a.m. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna get harder. So I think things like this are gonna be even more and more important. And that's what I'm gonna talk about today. And I know I get a little lengthy. I know I get a little preachy. But I think it's important to talk about things, and for me, it helps me, and hopefully I can help other people with it as well. And so first thing to kind of get us going, I guess call it an icebreaker, but I want to talk about favorites. And I saw some things posted out there. I am not a Facebook guy, but I've been on there a little bit more than I probably ever had, at least since college. Because I'm putting these streams on there and stuff, and I'm seeing a lot of really, really good posts. I'm seeing some crazy posts and just kind of the normal whatever that's out there. But those posts are like, how old are you? What's your favorite music? What's your favorite food? What's your favorite color? All those other things. I think that's really, really cool, and we might start something like that. Or at least I might start something like that. And today I'm going to start something with like, what's your favorite go-to? Oh no. Jovi. Yeah, that's why we're live. What's your favorite go-to supper? Not like your favorite supper to eat, but like what's your favorite go-to? Easy to make. Yes, it's good. It's not bad for leftovers. All the kids like it. If you brought somebody over, they like it. So what's your favorite go-to supper? I'd love to hear what you guys got. Maybe it'll give us some ideas. Not that we don't have great food and great suppers, but everybody always could use a little bit. Ours is like this garlic pesto chicken with, what are those noodles called? Tortellini. So good. So quick. She dominates it. I could eat that for days. So good. And then we could eat Mexican food every single day if we could. So it's that or like taco carne asada. Oh, that's my favorite. I'll cut up some flank steak or skirt steak, and we'll just eat that with tacos or nachos or enchiladas. And that's kind of our go-tos for the most part. But I'd love to hear what you guys got out there. I'm going to get started with the main purpose of me talking here this morning is, hey, it's getting tougher, and like this post is getting old. Things that were really nice and new and fresh the first couple of days. That newness is wearing off, and I think it's getting harder and harder to buy in. I think for especially people maybe like myself, like I'm not excluded from that by any means. I struggle with it just as much, but it's tough not being able to do what we normally do, but it's also tough not doing what we want to do, especially as adults. Like we want to do whatever we want, whenever we want, because we're adults, right? Within reason, but that's tough. It's tough not being able to go where you want to go, or go see someone you want to see, or go to a restaurant, or grab some convenience, right? Like we're driving around and we're like, hey, we need to stop and get gas, but hey, does anybody want anything to eat? Or can we go to eat? Normally you have your pick of the litter. Now you really don't. And then B, do you really want to go any place? I mean, this is a scary thing. And I think some of us are taking it really lightly. I know myself, I struggle. How do I balance being serious about it, making sure I'm doing my due diligence and practicing social distancing and taking care of myself and the people around me, but also like not freaking out, like how where's that balance lie? And I think for a lot of us, especially here in Iowa, especially in Pot County or Avoca or whatever, say hi.
Hi.
Can you say hi, Joby? Jersey will say hi for her. I think especially for people. Thank you. I think for especially people around our area, because we're not seeing it, not that we're not seeing it, we're seeing it on TV, we're seeing it in a bunch of different places, but I think because we're not seeing it here, that it's directly affecting us, which is a great thing. But it's hard for us to see the effects, to see the seriousness, to see the extent of the coronavirus, of COVID-19, of what's going on. And I think for our kids, especially, like some of the posts, huge shout out to Kristen Rold, Mrs. Rold. I needed that. I needed that for a quick reflection, but also some accountability and discipline about how I'm taking care of myself, but also, what I'm practicing, as a parent. So thank you. And thank you for everybody else out there that's posting good stuff every day. There's things that we read or we see or that we hear that I think it's no different than surrounding yourself with good people. What are you reading to? What are you listening? What are you watching? Those things is the same thing as surround yourself with good people. What are you surrounding your senses with? And so thank you for out there. Thank you for those out there that are putting some nice things out there or texting things or emailing or whatever, listening, podcast, all those great things. But because we're not seeing this and we're not completely directly affected right now, which is, again, is a great thing, I think it's hard for us to buy in. I think it's hard for us to buy into this social distancing, to practice, good social distancing habits and making sure that we're conveying the same messages that we're preaching. Now I got to act on that. That's hard. I want to go where I want to go. We have this freedom right now where like it's almost like a vacation, but this is not a vacation, people. And I think that's that balance. It's not a vacation, but we don't want to freak out, right? So how does this work? And again, I'd like to hear from everybody else. Like, what's working for you guys? How are you maintaining that balance when things get hard? What's your go-to? How do you stay disciplined? How do you keep yourself accountable? What are you doing with your kids? And then students out there, this is a big shout out to you guys as well. A lot of you guys it's all about decisions. I tweeted out something from Brian Knight this morning. Everything's about decisions. Your decision, your attitude's a decision, your perspective's a decision, resiliency is a decision. Your effort, all those things, it's a decision. Wow. So what are the decisions you're making right now? I think parents are trying really hard to help keep accountable, and be a large part of that. But you guys are becoming, your own person, and you're developing your own outlook, and you're viewing things, and you're coming up with, you have a base of morals and values that you were brought up with, but you're starting to have your own perspective. You're starting to have, what you think is right and wrong, and what you believe in and what you value and what you find most important. And so as you're, becoming an adult and you're making all of these decisions, people are trying to empower you. What are you doing with that? Empowerment, power's in that word. Okay. With power comes great responsibility. Love me some Spider-Man. Kara hates Marvel, but I'm getting plenty of Marvel in when she's not looking. So, but what are we doing? What are we doing with that power? What are we doing with that responsibility? Students out there, big shout out. Okay. Are you being who you be? You know who you are deep down, but what are you acting? What are you saying? How are you talking? Okay. Make sure that you're practicing the same social distancing that everything's expected of you. Be smart, be safe. And when it gets tough, because you just want to see your friends, okay, understand that for us to maintain the healthiness that we have right now, to maintain that distance from this virus and the negativity and the bad that could happen that we're seeing outside of our realm, outside of our communities, we don't want that here. And it's a great thing that we're not seeing it. But it's kind of like the wind. Just because you can't see the wind, that doesn't mean it's not there. You can definitely feel it. So feel the information around you. Understand that it is a big deal, and that it is important for us to do what's necessary to make sure that it doesn't affect us directly. I know I needed this talk for this morning. Maybe I'm just preaching myself into this webcam, but I think we're on the right track. This is only not even a full week, but this is week 2. We got a long ways to go, but that long ways can be a lot. It can be cut shorter, and things can be a lot more positive, and really good things can happen in the near future if we take care of this week and we do what's necessary right now, and not wait to see the negative or the bad. So with that, I'm going to leave you with one last thing. Okay. I was getting all worried about being lengthy, trying to keep it to 6 and 7 minutes. I'm going to talk, and if people want to listen, they can listen. So one last thing. Everybody dreads Mondays, and I don't get it. I love Mondays. Don't get me wrong. Mondays are crazy most of the time, but I love Mondays. It's like, for me, it's hope. Each Monday is like, it's a new ray of hope. And what I mean by that is it's the start of a week. And when you start a week, think about like when you start a diet. When do you start it? Monday. When you start a new workout, or when you start any new habit, when you're starting change, when you're wanting to do something, when do you start that? You start it Monday. And that's all because of hope. It's a Monday. Whatever you're hoping for, whatever you're dreaming for, whatever you're going to start, whatever you're going to change, whatever you're going to do today, just know that hope, okay, is where that originates from. Make it a great day. Make it your Monday. Appreciate everybody out there. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.